Imagine a seemingly perfect world that is just within your grasp. It's right there at your fingertips. You can gaze at it, envy it, covet it for all you want. You can never quite grasp it. All your friends seem to. You see pictures of their happy, carefree lives and wonder why your life can't be the same way. This perfect world you want is fake. It's false, unreachable. The lives you see every day aren't people's actual lives. The lives you see on social media every day, on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube, are fallacies, fakes, false. They're mere moments of one person's day, usually highly manufactured, expensive, or sponsored moments. They give their audience members a fake idea of a reality they want but can never have. It's not good for the brain to think that it can somehow reach the ideals posed by social media. Alice G. Walton, author of 6 Ways Social Media Affects Our Mental Health, says the American Academy of Pediatrics has warned about the negative effects of social media on young kids and teens, including Facebook depression. The same risks may be true for adults across generations. Walton 2017. I know that this is a part of your everyday life because it's a part of mine. I'm part of the Gen Z generation, the generation that grew up on smartphones and computers. We consume social media at all times of the day for hours on end, and it's killing my mental health. I want to persuade my audience that social media creates false expectations for real life, fills the needs of addictions, and creates imbalance and frustration in our already frenzied states of mind. FOMO, the fear of missing out. It's a familiar feeling we've all felt. There are pictures on my friend's Facebook page of a party. Why wasn't I invited? That person has 14,000 upvotes on their comment on a Reddit thread. Isn't my comment worth that much? And we all eagerly check our Instagram posts to see how many likes are on a new selfie we posted. According to Sam Sheed, an author of Business Insider, negative mental health impacts that can be induced by social media platforms include anxiety, depression, and loneliness. FOMO is another issue. Sheed 2017. It's the age-old story of us feeling insecure until we're somehow validated by an outsider's approving opinion. This usually takes form in a like, or hit on a subscribe button, or on a comment like, OMG, so cute, heart, heart, heart. Technically, know what we're just seeing the highlights of somebody's life here. Nobody is posing for Instagram pictures all the time. People have jobs, school, families. They're not spending all their time perfecting TikTok dances. And since we don't see that, it's hard for us to visualize what their lives are anything but what we do see posted on the internet. This raises our expectations for our lives. False expectations. So you can see this is a growing issue, given the rise of how much social media we consume in a day. The more social media influences our lives, the more unhappy we're going to be what our lives are really like. We distract ourselves from our real lives with things that can easily turn into addictions. Food, alcohol, partying, smoking, sleeping. These are all things that are fine in moderation, but if we turn to them as relief from our real lives, they can easily turn to addictions if abused. I'm arguing that social media can be added to this list. Jenna Hilliard, a writer with the Addiction Center, says that social media addiction is a behavioral addiction that is characterized as being overly concerned about social media, driven by an uncontrollable urge to log on or use social media, or devoting so much time and energy to social media that it impairs other important life areas. Hilliard 2020. According to Trevor Haynes, writing for his Harvard blog, positive social stimuli will result in the release of dopamine, reinforcing the behavior that preceded it. Smartphones have provided us with a virtually unlimited supply of social stimuli, both positive and negative. Dopamine. Looking at social media is used as a bandage on an open wound, I believe. I'm tired, I'm procrastinating from my real life responsibilities, so I log on to Facebook to look at something for the latest dopamine rush. I check Snapchat because I feel bored. I will frequently take breaks from my homework, my studying for my college degree, to watch dumb YouTube videos at twice the speed. I believe I'm being more efficient because I can watch a 20-minute YouTube video in half the time. I'm not. I'm justifying my addiction in my mind so I can ignore the real issue. The real issue is I feel overwhelmed and I feel like sometimes I don't like my life. So I look at other people's lives and hope that it somehow makes me feel better about mine. It doesn't. It does the exact opposite. I'll go scrolling through my Instagram suggested content for hours and feel more depressed and sluggish when I come back up than I did when I went in. I've become numb to my dopamine hit. As you can see, my consumption of social media doesn't make my mind feel better. It actually impairs it further. My distracting myself with Vine compilations isn't a cure for my own underlying issues. It actually makes them worse. Social media used to be a way to connect, communicate, and relate to other people. It has evolved into something else entirely. According to Isaac Crook with the App Institute, 74% of people trust social networks to guide them in purchase decisions. Crook 2018. Influencers, celebrities, and famous social media personalities have garnered way too much control over our lives. We buy clothes, sleeping pills, and music because of the ads and endorsements we see on Instagram. We want to emulate our favorite celebrities when we buy what they like. We want to make the best mom blogs on Pinterest, post the most trendy videos on TikTok, and become verified on Twitter, just like them. We're all so busy. We have jobs, school, families, things to do, errands to run, people to see. We have lives. Social media is a distraction from the important things in our lives. Shouldn't we enjoy the lifelong memory of a wedding with family and friends instead of scrolling through our pictures looking for the perfect one to put up, filter on, put up on our stories? Shouldn't we also be more comfortable in our own skin instead of wearing a Snapchat filter? You're prettier without the dog ear and tongue, believe me. And yet, looking through our news feeds on our smartphones hours a day makes us feel like even if we're running around like chickens with our heads cut off every day, our lives will never be as perfect as what we see posted online. And if that doesn't provide imbalance and frustration to our already chaotic lives, I don't know what will. At the end of the day, social media is a tool. It's the way that you wield it that makes it either an asset or a vice. For most of us, it's a vice, since we cannot wield it well. It uses us instead of us using it. So what did we cover here? We've uncovered that social media can be too much of a good thing. It can make us feel insecure or dissatisfied with our own lives. It can be as much of an addiction for our brain as overeating or alcoholism. And it can overstimulate an already frenzied mind. What are some solutions? We can fight this addiction by realizing it as an addiction and taking steps to overcome it. Take a social media fast. Don't open your apps for a week or a month. Enjoy a book. Take a walk. Visit people outside a smartphone screen for once. You'll be glad you did. If you don't seek to fight this addiction, it will consume your life further. That's the last thing you need. Social media should be a treat. Something amusing to look at on your smartphone. It should connect you with people you haven't seen in a while, whose lives you'd like to see updates on. What if you try to grasp for a better world outside your smartphone screen? What if, instead of looking at the latest celebrity tweets, you can instead connected with somebody else you haven't seen in a while? That person is yourself.